Today's Coach on the Couch is sponsored by Grassland Butter. Grassland Butter since 1904. Welcome to Coach on the Couch. I'm your host, Jason Zaleski, visiting today with Greenwood girls basketball coach Trevor Wietrich. Coach, congratulations, about to start another new season. Just remind the audience how many years you've been coaching and what keeps you coming back every year.
So this is my fourth year of Greenwood girls varsity. I coached 2 years prior to that for JV, and then youth sports, youth basketball, girls, probably 8 years prior to that. So I've been doing it quite some time. Every year I was telling my wife that the outlook is good. So it must be like human nature to have a great outlook at every season. But again, hopefully my outlook, pays off for me this year, and we have a good year. So
let's talk about last year's team a little bit. You had three, what I would consider to be key contributors that were seniors, and you don't get to keep them past the fourth year. 22 points as we take a look between Mesa Rasmussen, Kaya Abel, and Emma Schlu. Certainly seniors that you'll miss. Tell us about those three and their importance on the program over the last few years.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely going to be missed. They were team leaders, as well, just rallying the troops, and definitely going to be missed. What we lacked last year was height. Those girls were slashers. They controlled the court as our guards. Mesa was a good leaper, even though she was 5'5". She could out jump a 5'8" girl. But if she wasn't in position, that really didn't help. But definitely going to be missed as far as production on the court. That's kind of my biggest concern, going into this early season, is who is going to step up, and who's going to take over that production.
Let's talk about the conference as a whole. I might be off by a year or so as I go through these, but 6 years ago, Loyal state champions. About 4 years ago, Colby was at state. Last year, Neillsville was at state. You've got a tough chore in your conference. Tell us about how you feel about the other teams in your conference.
Yeah, the Clover Belt is always tough, and that's what I always tell the kids is this is the greatest test for the playoffs. So I love the fact that we're in the Clover Belt and that every night is going to be a battle, and it only makes us better as humans and as basketball players. So I'm looking forward to the test.
One last thing, just last year's team, there's always memories made. One or two memories stick out for you from last year's group?
There's so many. I think, the greatest memory probably from last year is games and where we just played loose. There's probably a handful of games where we just walked into the gym with swagger. And those games that we did that, we won. So probably 5 times that happened, if you look at the record. And so it's just a mentality. And hopefully we can carry that over to this year.
You mentioned now your tenure, so you've graduated a number of classes since becoming a varsity basketball coach. So as you look at this year's group, what are some of their key attributes? What really are the expectations coming into this season?
What excites me of this group is all 5 girls genuinely like each other. When you talk about a team sport, all 5 girls need to be on the same page. And this is the first year I've got 5 girls who know and actually adore each other. And we could have a true team per se, where there's no, infighting or clicking, and that's what keeps me excited for this year is it's not me, it's we. And we talk about that in practice every day, and they live it. They truly do.
I think I know the answer to this question, but I'm going to let you give the answer. How many seniors on this year's team?
0. We do have a foreign exchange student, and a new girl came out. Kat Etlicker played with us her freshman and sophomore year, didn't come out her junior year. So those two are gonna play some JV minutes for us. But as far as our varsity roster, it's juniors, sophomores, and freshmen.
A lot of times seniors on the court can kind of be a coach extension during the game. What are some strategies or who can fill that void? But or if not, what are some strategies that you can still find that type of coach on the floor?
And that's one thing too, which is great about this team is I've got 3 girls who have expressed interest in being that floor leader. And you know what, they all truly, again, do like each other, and all 3 could be the floor leader. But I think due to the fact that all 5, 6 girls that play varsity truly get along, I think they can all kind of pick each other up, maybe even put each other down a little bit if they need it. But again, pick themselves up and play. So again, that's the one thing I'm looking forward to is these girls just being able to all feed off of one another and compete.
Take a moment to talk about goals and expectations. Talked about the tough conference. Neillsville was undefeated last year. They bring a lot back this year. Columbus Catholic has a group now of seniors coming on their team. Colby, maybe an up-and-comer. Loyal is always going to be in the mix. What are some of the goals in conference play for your girls this year?
We just want to battle. I think, I talk about this every year, but I think this year the girls actually get it is our defense. And again, we haven't played a game. We look good against our scout team in Greenwood, which isn't a great scout team, just by sheer numbers. We have 11 girls out for basketball. So, but from, my 4th year, this is probably defensively the best team by far that we have. So, hopefully that will get us up to the middle of the conference, hopefully even, battle with Columbus and Neillsville for, the top spot. So.
As we begin to wrap this up, we'll just talk about some in-game expectations. We think of the first month of the season, however, 1 or 2 handfuls of games that take place there. People in the gym or people watching online, how will they know, say 5-6 minutes into the game, that things are going according to Coach Wietrich's plan here in this game?
Well, we're I was teasing the kids, we're short and slow. But I kid, we hope to get out, we are short, but hopefully, that we can translate that size into some quickness and get us some easy buckets. If we get into a half court set, we might struggle to score offensively, but we'll see. It's a 40, it's 60 minutes of basketball, and it's tough to maintain that pace. So we'll get out and hopefully get up on them quick, and then hopefully our defense can maintain that momentum. So.
Very last thing, Greenwood fans always passionate about sports. That's why we love going there as much as we do. No doubt they're going to pack the gym, but I think it's appropriate just to give a reminder to folks that to come out and support in person. I know it's more fun for us on the broadcast team, but I know it's more fun for the student athletes. So just remind folks to come on out and support your girls in person.
Absolutely. Look forward to seeing everyone there.
All right, Coach Trevor Wietrich and the Greenwood Indians girls basketball team, best of luck this year.
Thank you. Thanks, Jason.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wietrich family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.